Hey guys, we are going to do some prep work for our Alebrije project. So we're going to do some sketching on combining our creatures together. So I chose a hummingbird and a tortoise. I'm going to be doing this sketch on a piece of paper, but I'd prefer you to do it in your sketchbook. I have looked over both of my animal shapes and thought about kind of the basic elements and shapes that they make up. It might be helpful to you on your actual picture. So you can print them out, or you can just have these like pulled up on your computer in separate windows. So you can do this in Cami, or you can do this in person. You can take a colored pencil or even just your pencil and kind of break down the shapes of your animal. This will make it easier when you're thinking about how it's going to sit three-dimensionally. And remember, you're combining these shapes of these animals, so it doesn't have to be perfect in any way, shape, or form. You're just kind of breaking it down, making it easier for your eye to see it, for your brain to understand. So I am gonna go ahead and use the basic tortoise shape. I'm gonna start by like a bird's eye or a top view of my creature. So I am gonna look at that overall tortoise shape. It is almost like a squared off oval. It does get a little bit bigger in the back. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna move this down. And see, this is the nice thing, guys. We are doing all this prep work now so that when you start building your creature, you don't run into these issues. So once again, kind of creating that squared off oval. It's a little bit bigger in the back. Okay. So I kind of got the overall shape I want. It's a little sketchy right now, but you can always go back and clean up more once you get that overall shape in. Part of this is finding exactly what you see and what you imagine for your Alebrije. Okay. So I'm kind of getting that shape I want. Remember, this is going to be like a bird's eye view of it. So I have kind of the overall shape I want. I'm going to start thinking about the head I would want for my animal. The really nice thing about the two animals that I chose is the shape of the head is very similar. It is basically just a almost a combination of a triangle and an oval. So, and I'm going to think about it this way. My shell is going to be three-dimensional. So the head of my animal will come out. So there will be somewhat of a neck. It probably won't be this prominent in my actual piece, but I do want to put that in my sketch just so I can take note of it. And that's how I'm going to be combining the shape or the head to the actual body. So there I got my overall shape. I'm gonna clean up my sketch lines. And then I really want to add in that like very quintessential and like very well-known hummingbird bill. So it is a very sharp, small beak that comes up onto the animal. So when measuring, I want to see about actually how big it is compared to the head. And it does seem about exactly the size of the head, which is about what I have right now. So So I'm gonna go ahead and erase this. For hummingbirds and tortoises, their eyes are more to the front forward sides. So I am gonna go ahead and I will think about having the eyes right about here. Another thing that I noticed that neither of my animals have ears. So I won't have to do that, but if your animals have ears, please take note of which type of ears you're gonna have them have and how they'll be connecting to the head. So I will have the eyes in this area. I will add some details on top. I'm gonna do that after though, once I get the basic body shape worked out. So it is still starting to look a little silly right now, but that's what happens when you combine multiple animals together. So let's start thinking about some wings actually. So I'm gonna have my wings on top, like as if they're coming out of the tortoise shell. I still want my tortoise to be able to stand up. So actually, let's go ahead and add those front feet in then. So I looked earlier, kind of the shape of a tortoise leg is like a tapered cone that has a small elbow. So I'm just gonna get in that basic shape right now so I can know what I'm thinking and where the placement would be. I do want my tortoise to sit up off of the ground, so that's helping me remember that. I'm gonna add these back ones in once I get the wings on. I'm thinking right now that I'm gonna want my wings more out to the side. And if I looked, and it seems like the span of a wing is about the span of a body for the hummingbird. Look at the fan shape they have. So they won't actually connect right here, but they will just start to blend into the body up here. This will still be the top of the tortoise shell because remember that's that neck. I'm gonna go in and add some feather details. So I know that these are going to be some 3D wings that I'm going to add some feathers to. So, and it'll be the same thing on this side. Okay. I am gonna start thinking about those back legs too. You basically won't be able to see them, like I said, because they are just almost nubs, so I am gonna just get them back. We can think about this pattern too, how I want to incorporate the pattern, that natural tortoise pattern. I will make this pattern 3D on the actual tortoise using cardboard. I'm gonna use a different colored pencil to think a little bit more about the shapes I'm gonna add on top. So these are a little bit more details, making sure that I want these to be 3D. I think I will probably, as I said earlier, there's some scalloped detail. So I will probably add some feathered scalloped edges on here. And add with a little tiny tail. Okay, well, this is my first sketch for my top view of my turtle hummingbird. Awesome.